Hello everybody, it's Max McAllister from Traxxion Dynamics, and here is going to be a brief video of how to mount/install your new Traxxion Dynamics Dipstick extender for the 2018 Plus Honda GoldWing. So this is going to be really simple and straightforward. You'll remove your dipstick from your Honda GoldWing, wipe the oil off of it. We're only working with the top, so we're not that truly concerned. If you have, just make sure this is clean and dry and doesn't have any oil or on it. For extra bonding power, well, actually, let me explain first. The way it works is we're going to mix up a little ball of epoxy, stick it down in the hole, force this in it Play-Doh style. The excess epoxy is going to ooze out these two holes that we have here, and we'll wipe it off when we're done. For extra bonding power, we like to put a little hole in the paddle of the dipstick. You can use just about any drill bit size, and that's not particular, right? Anything from an 1/8 inch to 3/16, and all you're going to do is just drill a hole through the plastic paddle. All right, that's all there is. Could be anything. If you're in any place other than America, just get a 4mm, 5mm drill bit. That's fine. So we got a little hole through it. That's completely ready to go. And what we're using is a product from JB Weld called Steel Stick, and we're just going to supply you with the little slice of it that you need. It's a 2-part kneadable epoxy. And kneadable meaning K-N-E-A-D-A-B-L-E. You don't get to use that word very often in conversation. The trick to it, if you just knead the 2 parts together, but if your hands are dry, your hands are going to become a big sticky gooey mess. So you wet your fingertips, and then you take the stuff and you just start playing with it, just like when you were a kid and you were taking blue Play-Doh and yellow Play-Doh and making green Play-Doh. This is exactly that. So you're taking black and gray epoxies, you knead them together, and it becomes this little ball of dark gray stuff. We're just going to drop the stuff down into the hole, easy as can be, and then we're going to take your dipstick and force it down into the stuff. Now, there's 2 holes there, and that's where stuff is going to ooze out from. So we want to orient the paddle so that it's not aligned with the holes, perpendicular to the holes, right? So that when we do this, stuff oozes out. So I'm just going to put this in. You'll start seeing the noodles appear. Now see, it's easy to kind of get it caulked, but when this is fully seated, there will be a visible rim. You can look all the way around the rim. See how it's caulked right now? And that's when you know you have it square. I make a little ball of a rag, so I'm going to ooze this down in there. And actually my little ball is just the right size. We've been trying to adjust the ball size so that it doesn't make any waste. That was pretty good. This is basically perfect. So if you look, there's an equal rim all the way around, and so that way we know it's not wobbly, it's nice and straight when you undo it. There's our epoxy just trying to ooze out. I guess I couldn't have made that any more perfect. And there we are on that side. So we have that little teeny piece sticking up, and we're just going to wipe it off, and then take a damp cloth and wipe off any residue from it. And that's it. This stuff sets up really fast, but basically it's ready to use. The extender itself actually has a slight interference fit with the Honda dipstick, so it grips pretty good even without the bonding agent, but of course we don't want it to bail off on the road on you. So anyway, somebody asked about why we didn't make a whole dipstick, and so for sure I didn't want to mess with this because Honda has figured out exactly what the alloy is to make a dipstick out of. And when this is in your engine, ringing and vibrating at a million little frequencies that we can't imagine as mere mortals riding the motorcycle, eventually that thing might crack and break off and fall in the engine, and I don't have access to money or resources to figure out what it is to keep it from doing that. So from my end, I didn't want to be responsible for that, and I know Honda's already got it figured out. So it was way easier for us to just make a product that mounts to your stock Honda dipstick. And so now that's ready to go. Now even with the biggest, fattest fingers in all of the world, you can easily get to this knob without hitting the master cylinder or the engine bosses on your 2018 Honda GoldWing, and quickly and easily check your oil. So, all right, that's it. Thanks. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Share these, comment if you want below if you like. Share with your friends. Like the video. Do all that good stuff, and keep this cool content coming.